So I go 2-2 yesterday. Lose a money line game too, so I'm in the negative again. I fuck you guys over. I'm sorry about it. My mistake. Can't believe the Raptors got beat by, what was the score here? They got beat by 21 points at home. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Thunder players in double figures. 2 of them over 20. All starters included. And then for Toronto, DeRozan with 22. Ibaka 10 points. Come on, man. Valanciunas 7 points. 2 guys with double digits off the bench. But, Powell, that's kind of become a norm. Fuck, I'm sorry. How about that Cleveland, though, -4? That was for sure. K-Love with 10 and 9. That ain't no motherfucking joke. Oh, hell yeah. They held Hayward 13 points in 34 minutes. 1 for 4 from downtown. Just shot 28% there. 20 and 19 for Rudy Gobert, though. LBJ finishes 33 points, 10 boards, 6 assists. 6 turnovers. Kevin Love 0 for 3 from downtown, 10 points, 9 rebounds. Didn't pass the ball once. Good win there, man. That was actually a pretty easy one to pick. I just didn't think that Utah was ready to step that up. How about telling you to lay off the Knicks game? Brooklyn wins by 11 at the Knicks. That game, needless to say, was a little bit of bullshit. All net starters in double figures. 24 points for Lopez. 17 for Carmelo. Damn, man. Did they sit? Yeah, they sit a lot of motherfuckers, didn't they? We got no Porzingis. Derrick Rose manages 22 points. But, no dice for those motherfuckers. Again, Atlanta. Didn't know what to expect with Atlanta and the Grizzlies. They lose by 12, man, to the Grizz going on the road. 22 for Conley, 12 assists, 18 boards, 10 assists, 10 rebounds for Marc Gasol. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people in double figures for Atlanta. None of them over 18 points. That's Tim Hardaway Jr. Not able to get it done. How about the Clips, man? This is one of my big losses for you. I apologize on this motherfucker. Man, I thought for sure the Clips would be within 4 points in this game. They lose by 15 points to a Denver team that has no Danilo Gallinari and no Willie Barton, no Michael Beasley. Fucking Christ, man. No Arthur. And still, almost every player gets, if they would have had one more point out of Hernan Gomez, every player would have scored in double digits for him. 35 points for Willie Barton. 20 for Harris. Jokic, 17 points, 14 rebounds, 11 assists. Barton, 7 for 10 from 3-land. Great play there. Denver, no fucking joke. They're going to be the 8th seed in the West. And then Golden State at home against Orlando. I told you to take the plus, 17 or some shit like that, or plus 13 or whatever. Either way, it was a 30-point game. That one was headlined by, let's say, Klay Thompson, 29 points. We'll say Steph Curry, 25 points, 9 dimes. And, I don't know. Pachulia and Draymond playing some D. Enough of the recap. This is Dustin Coyle, bringing you some intelligent thoughts. The Daily Wager for Friday, March 17th, 2017. Happy St. Paddy's Day, everybody. Basically only going to be NBA today. We're going to do maybe a couple of the college basketball picks just to pad the pockets of some of my richer friends that don't mind spending a little bit of money to make a little bit of money. Alrighty. Now we get to the Friday's game. Straight to the jump. We got 8 games in the schedule. The first of which involves one team looking for a playoff spot. The 29-38 Dallas Mavericks heading to Philadelphia to take on Dario Saric. The motherfucking process is non-existent. Bench-warming body. TJ McConnell and all sorts of other motherfucking beasts in the Philadelphia 76ers. Let me look at the spread here. Dallas is a 5-point favorite going into Philadelphia. Moneyline Dallas, a -210. I don't like this game. If anybody, I'm going to take Philadelphia plus 180. If anything, I think that Philadelphia, underrated team. I mean, they have, everybody, talks about how great the Mavs have been. Philadelphia has 5 less losses than the Mavs, and honestly, when they had Joel Embiid, they had more wins, or 5 less wins, excuse me, than the Mavs. And when they had Embiid, they had more wins. So honestly, they are not much different. I guess that team also didn't have Dirk, but not too much different of a basketball team. This could be a trap game for the Mavericks. They definitely need the win, seeing as they're like the number 9 seed or 10 seed, I think, right now. But yeah, -5. Don't touch it unless you want the plus 180. If that was a plus 200 for the Sixers, I think I would take that because that's a 3 and you would have to lose 2. Yeah, it's a 1 in 3 chance. So yeah, I mean, I stay away from it. But if you really want some weird money, take Philly plus 180. All right, we move on, motherfuckers. Another team looking for a playoff berth, man. They just fell out versus a team looking to move the fuck up. We got 10th place, I think, Chicago Bulls, 32-36, at the Washington Wizards, 41-26. Excellent home team. Lost their most recent home game, though. I'm going to bet this is a pretty wide spread here. Let me look at the -8. Washington Wizards -8. I think they are, what's the money line? -350. Shit, that's pretty stiff. So what does that mean? I don't like that money line number, but I really don't like the Bulls. They just looked like a collapsed team the other day at home against Memphis. Give me shit. Do I want to take the Wiz -8? I'm taking the Wiz. I'll take the Wiz -350. Give me the money line. It's a lot of money to burn, assuming they could lose, and they definitely could. At home, they've been so good, but Jimmy Butler at any given point could do just about whatever. You know, he's a fucking exceptional scorer. But I don't know. I just don't see him winning the game. Give me the Wizards -350 on the money line. All right, as we move on to team that's a little bit disappointing right now. Where are we? Taking on a team that's pretty disappointing right now. Toronto Raptors going into Detroit to take on the Pistons, who just got drubbed recently by Cleveland, and then I think they lost after that as well. Am I right? Yeah, they lost at home to Utah by 14 points. I have absolutely no idea what to expect for this game either. I remember I just told you yesterday that it was pretty much a lock that Toronto would beat Oklahoma City, and they lose by 21 at home. Now it's the second night of a back-to-back. Pistons have had a night off. They're not actually that different of a team either. There's 6 wins that differentiate these two teams. Pistons are a 4-point favorite. God damn. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm going to say stay away from that game as well. If I were to take anything, I think I would take Toronto +4. But I'm just worried about Toronto, and I don't have any idea who Detroit is. They get good wins, and then they have horrible losses. I say stay away from this one. So far, got the one pick, Washington -350. And we move on to a game, another good-ass game here. We have, not a good-ass game, but a good pick. Boston at Brooklyn. Celtics going into the Nets, so I think have won back-to-back. And they are not going to have... Yeah, Isaiah Thomas going to be sitting out with a bone bruise in his right knee. That'll change this significantly. That'll make me say, don't touch this game. Boston's an 8-point favorite still, without Isaiah Thomas on the road. Nets definitely are a back-to-back, but they were technically home. Boston a -365. Stay the fuck away from that shit. Boston clearly the better team, but without Isaiah Thomas, I have no idea what to expect from them. So, go ahead and skip that shit. Go ahead and skip that shit. We got one game lit up so far. All right, as we move on to a pretty good matchup here. Houston Rockets at New Orleans Pelicans. This should be a pretty good matchup. The size of New Orleans, basically against the shooting ability of Houston. And Houston has some good size too. Nene getting a lot of playing time. And, of course, Clint Capella. Clint Capella is one of the more underrated centers. I like Houston. What's the spread here? We have the Rockets -4.5 at the Pelicans. What's that going to transcribe to? Like a -200 or 220, something like that. Where are they? -190 for Houston at The Pelicans, I think it's a tough game, but I think that Houston wins the game. Give me Houston minus 190 at the Pels. Actually, fuck that minus 190. Yeah, give me Houston minus 190, actually. That's where I'm at. I'll take that shit all day. So far we have Houston minus 190, we have Washington minus 350, and we have two more games to talk about on the jump. One of which is a bottom feeder game that I thought we had just seen this game like 2 days ago. No, Sacramento, never mind. Orlando at Phoenix. I told you to pick Phoenix the other day against Sacramento. They got hit heavily. Was not a good game for Phoenix. Two teams in the hunt for the number 2 position at the NBA draft lottery this year. Don't touch the game. Don't touch the game. I have no idea what's going to happen. Literally no idea what's going to happen. Alfred Payton looked good again. I think he had a triple-double again the other day. Eric Bledsoe played well against Sacramento, but just not enough from his surrounding cast. So, skip that motherfucker. And then we move on to the baby Lakers in the last game of the evening. At home, hosting Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks. Milwaukee had just beat the Clippers by a point in LA like 2 or 3 days ago, and then they spent 2 days hanging around LA. Probably a little bit of relaxation in the recipe for them. I expect them to win this game. Yeah. They worry me. Because the Lakers can win games actually every now and again in weird, strange ways. But I don't know. I really have no idea. The Bucks aren't a terribly efficient offensive team. What is the spread? 7.5. Well, I don't know that they're going to win by 8, and I don't know that they're going to win as a minus 330. So I'm going to tell you to skip that game too, man. I got 2 games for you on a Friday evening, St. Patty's Day. Take Washington minus 330. Take Houston, minus 190 motherfucking points, and that'll be the wrap up on your NBA picks for the day. All right, let's jaunder on over to the NCAA and see if we have anything interesting here for me to talk about. Seeing as I don't know shit, I could generally pick some pretty standard games. Arkansas against Seton Hall. Arkansas I thought was damn good. That's a pick'em game. Interesting there. There's obvious things. I think Louisville's going to beat Jacksonville State. I think that North Carolina's going to beat Texas Southern. SMU, UCLA, or USC, that's going to be an interesting game. What else do we have here? I think that Kansas will beat UC Davis. That's pretty fucking... Wichita State over Dayton, minus 6.5, a 10-7 matchup. I think Wichita State probably wins that one. Duke probably beats Troy. That Miami-Michigan State's going to be a good matchup. Kentucky probably beats Northern Kentucky. And UCLA probably beats Kent State. That being said, though, unless you're taking money lines for any of these, which I think, this is where I was talking earlier about my rich fans getting richer. I mean, if you want to drop $2,500, we'll say, $2,500 on a Louisville team against Jacksonville State to win $100, you're almost guaranteed to win that $100. I mean, it's not that close. Wichita State's only a minus 285. That might be good. Minus 4,000 for Duke, minus 5,000 for Kentucky, minus 2,600 for UCLA. Those really aren't bad. As horrible as that sounds. And if it was boxing or something, I'd tell you no, just because of the way the game is played. But college basketball, I think you're kind of a lock on like the Duke pick or whatever. But that brings us to the end of the St. Patty's Day episode of the Daily Wager. I hope you guys take both of my picks and run with them, make a little bit of money. I hope that I'm right, obviously. Basically, I'm going to go grab a little bit more coffee, and I'm going to turn around and I'm going to do the NBA Weekly right now. So we're about to see that shit. I know I said that yesterday, but instead I got an invite to go play some basketball and get a little bit of sun, which I did. And just had a nice overall day. It was a really, nice little lunch there. I had a just great overall day. But until I talk to you again, or until you hear my voice again here in like an hour and a half or some shit, this has been the Daily Wager. This has been Intelligent Thoughts. I love you.